last season at Roundabout was kind of a perfect season. It was both artistically successful, everything I sort of dreamed of was realized successfully, and it was financially successful, which is the icing on the cake.
It was very important in terms of building a foundation so that we can assure that Roundabout continues to flourish in the future. We employed over 1,400 people. This obviously includes the great talent on our stage, as well as backstage and administrative staff and all the things to keep our theaters running. It's really quite astonishing that if we look at the last year, there were over 600,000 theater goers that experienced a Roundabout production. And amongst those were 28,000 subscribers. We're also very proud that 93% of our subscribers from the previous year decided to rejoin again this year. And actually 45% of those subscribers made a charitable gift. Another interesting factor last year is that there were over 10,000 donors. Our annual gala raised over $3 million. We honored one of the great people of the theater community, Helen Mirren, and this was probably the largest fundraiser in the theater during the past year.
In addition to the obvious things that Roundabout does, we have other programs that we feel are critical to our not-for-profit mission. The most prominent being our education program.
We live in the theater capital of the world, and as the largest nonprofit theater company, we feel a responsibility to continue to seed talent, to help people in the public schools, and to really stoke the fires of theater in the hearts of many of our students.
We go out into the school system and work with thousands of students and hundreds of teachers. To see the impact that we can have on these kids is just unbelievably rewarding. The season began with what I kind of call a Tom Stopper Festival, where we had Tom in residence, which is fairly cool. We did The Real Thing, which is one of his most well-known plays, with an incredible cast. And then we did a play that has never been done in New York. It was sort of an undiscovered Tom Stopper play called Indian Ink, with Rosemary Harris, and that show was a colossal hit too, both with the critics and with the audience. I had seen the Fiasco Theater Company do a production of Into the Woods at McCarter Theater, and I thought that was the best production of Into the Woods I had ever seen. So we decided to bring it into the Pels, and it was magnificent, a huge hit, and really allowed us to take a totally different look at a Stephen Sondheim musical. On the 20th Century was sort of a labor of love. It was really a forgotten musical. It had never been revived since the original production. I saw the beauty of that musical, as did Scott Ellis. We knew that we needed to have a magnificent Lily Garland, which is the lead role in the play. And we did a reading of it several years ago with Kristen Chenoweth. And we realized, oh my God, it's like they commissioned this musical for Kristen Chenoweth. We all decided at that point to go forward with the production, and Scott Ellis, our director, did an absolutely perfect job, and Peter Gallagher was magnificent, and so the reviews were extraordinary. Roundabout's function is to take musicals that we think are of enormous artistic merit and bring them back in a first-class production, and On the 20th Century was the absolutely perfect example of that. One of the things that was most emotionally, personally gratifying was to bring back a young playwright named Josh Harmon, who had started in the Roundabout Underground with a play called Bad Jews. It was such a big hit, now Bad Jews is being done all over the world. We also commissioned his next play. That ended up being Significant Other, which was kind of a perfect play. It spoke to audiences, young and old, about loneliness. And now Significant Other got rave reviews, and I'm sure will be done all over the country, if not all over the world. Last year's Roundabout Underground production was Jeff Augustine's Little Children Dream of God. It was an original work about a young mother fleeing Haiti to seek a new life for her and her unborn child. Roundabout is firmly committed to supporting the work of young playwrights through our New Play initiative, and we were proud to add Jeff Augustine to our list of distinguished writers, and we look forward to Jeff's next play, which we've already commissioned, appearing on a Roundabout stage in the next few years.
Looking at our 50th anniversary season, you will see that it is really extraordinary in terms of not only the breadth of what we're producing, as well as the quality of the talent that we've attracted to Roundabout. It's very important that we thank the artists who so selflessly work for us. We also are very grateful of the wonderful subscriber base, which has been loyal to us year in and year out. And of course, the staff of Roundabout, led by Todd Haimes. I'd also like to thank the enormous work that our board of directors does in terms of ensuring the financial success of the company in particular. I'd also like to thank our many contributors who have helped us build a strong foundation for the future for Roundabout.
I look forward greatly to celebrating our 50th anniversary and this next year with all the people that have made it possible. Our subscribers, our donors, our board, our staff, and particularly the artists that work here. It's awesome to me, the talent and the dedication of these actors and these directors and these designers, and that's what keeps me inspired, and that's what keeps me going, and that's what makes the theater successful. I think it's going to be an extraordinary season and hopefully the start of another 50 great years.